A steam engine is an engine that converts the heat energy of pressurized steam into mechanical energy, especially one in which steam drives a piston in a closed cylinder.
They were used to power factories, boats, cars, and trains.
They allowed for massive economic growth due to the faster production abilities and transportation opportunities.
In 1769, James Watt industrialized the steam engine. His engine allowed for faster production, faster transportation, and an overall flourishing economy.
However, there is much controversy surrounding the invention of the steam engine. It was in fact Thomas Savery who invented it in 1698, yet people still give the credit to the two men who improved upon it later, Thomas Newcomen and James Watt.
Thomas Savery was an English military engineer who invented the first crude steam engine. He got a patent for his model on July 2, 1698. The patent said, "A grant to Thomas Savery of the sole exercise of a new invention, by him invented, for raising of water, and occasioning motion to all sorts of mill works, by the important force of fire, which will be of great use for draining mines, serving towns with water, and for the working of all sorts of mills, when they have not the benefit of water nor constant winds, to hold for 14 years with usual clauses." Another inventor who wanted to harness the power of steam was Thomas Newcomen. In 1712, Newcomen finalized his improvements and changes upon Savery's original model.
His engine was able to pump water up from 30 feet below the surface. The model of Newcomen was more efficient than that of Savery, but in 1769, James Watt's model made the steam engine more effectual.
James Watt was a Scottish inventor and mechanical engineer.
Watt took Newcomen's engine a step further by increasing its efficiency and fluency.
His engine was the engine that fueled the Industrial Revolution and is the basis for the model that we use today. The steam engine allowed for faster methods of transportation, such as the steamboat, steam car, and steam locomotives.
The steam engine was a crucial part of the iron industry as well, because vehicles with steam engines transported coal and iron ore from the mines to factories and plants.
In the iron plants, the iron ore arrived from steam-powered vehicles, and the ore was refined into iron and steel.
Iron plays a large part in construction of factories, machines in the factories, railroads, rail track, steam cars, and steamboat.
Although they were mining for iron, the most successful way of retrieving the iron ore from the surrounding rock was to use iron tools.
Essential for mining coal. How else would you get it, huh? You will also need a wheelbarrow, or knapsack of some sort for transporting the coal that you find. Now you're ready to hit the town.
The factories that worked with the iron ore supplied iron for all the new transportation inventions. Factories forged the iron into the steam vehicles that were used for transportation of goods as well as people. Each factory had a steam engine fueled by coal at its hearth, and a chimney as to allow an efficient draft through its boiler. The machines in factories of all sorts were made with iron tools, and they were also made of iron, and the efficient machines allowed for the beginning of mass production. As there was so large a quantity of goods being made in the factories, the need to transport the goods became a priority in the minds of business owners. The business owners, having seen the efficiency of iron machines, decided to turn to iron again to create the vehicles that would transport the products made in the factories to the outside world. Iron largely contributed to the building of locomotives and their tracks. Railroad tracks had cast iron plates on top of the wooden rails to provide a more durable load-bearing surface. Also, iron-edged rails kept the trains from running off the tracks. The body of the train itself and the wheels of the train were composed of iron as well. Trains transported people, mail, and manufactured goods to the cities and factories, even stopping at stations in the countryside to pick up workers, enabling them to live farther from the factories. Railroads often ran into shipping ports, where their cargo would be loaded on a steamship. Then the steamship would be sent to deliver the goods overseas or along the coastline. The first commercial steamboat voyage was led by Robert Fulton on August 9, 1803. In a letter to Joel Barlow, he described the experience. Dear Joel, my steamboat voyage to Albany and back has turned out rather more favorable than I had calculated. The distance from New York to Albany is 150 miles. I ran it up in 32 hours and down in 30. I had a light breeze against me the whole way, both going and coming, and the voyage has been performed wholly by the power of the steam engine. I overtook many sloops and schooners, beating to windward and parted with them as if they had been at anchor. The power of propelling boats by steam is now fully proved. Steamboats were more reliable and easier than ships with sails because the sailing boats are completely at the wind's mercy. Steamships are able to control speed and steering more readily because the driving force of the ship is controlled. Therefore, they were capable of sailing quite near to the coast, which ships with sails were unable to do. This capability allowed the steamships to pick up cargo more often as they were not able to do before. Another steam-powered vehicle was the steam car, first invented by Amédée Boulay of France. From 1873 to 1883, he built a series of steam-powered passenger cars that were able to carry 6 to 12 people at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. His designs are said to have been the inspiration for the modern car. Steam cars made it easier for people to travel to work or any other desired destination.
As Robert H. Thurston once said, "The wonderful progress of the present century is, in a very great degree, due to the invention and improvement of the steam engine, and to the ingenious application of its power to kinds of work that formerly taxed the physical energies of the human race."
Mr.
Yay! Okay, let's go. Okay, Mr. Robbie Chen, can you please tell us if you like trains?
Yeah, I like trains.
Okay, good. Price, do you like trains?
No, they suck and as much.
Okay, we're cutting that part out. We're cutting.
So, what do you think about trains?
I love them!